Welcome back, America, the universe, all of Alpha Centauri. Where we at? We at Japan, Italy. That's all the world, right? The moon,
Mexico.
Mexico. That's
Dominican Republic.
all the parts of here and there and everywhere. Happy Dead Day, folks. We've got a doozy for you. It is a doozy for you. This week in the Walking Dead universe, we've got two what could have been incredibly awesome episodes. One from The Walking Dead and the other from Fear the Walking Dead. But the writers suck. We hate them. We want to pounce on them.
I said for Fear, Angela Kang would never treat me like this. She would never do this to me.
No, they would not. This week it is basically the Negan and John show, which we love. We're talking the last episode or the season finale of season 10 of The Walking Dead, which was entitled Good job. Dead air on the mic. Here's Negan.
Yeah.
And the return of Fear the Walking Dead, which was season 6, episode 7, entitled.
It was episode 8. That was the door.
It's 7.
It's 8.
It's 7.
It's 8.
It's 7.
It's 8.
Okay, maybe it's 8. We'll see. Go to the videotape. Okay, so season 8, anyway, the title was The Door. And the cold opening this week, which will probably not be a video because we'll tell you what's happening and why I just mentioned the word video.
8.
It was, okay, so it was 8. You happy? So
yeah.
It was 8. So, you messed me up. What was I saying? It was about John. It wasn't going to be about John. Oh, and here's Negan. The comic book fans finally got all that they wanted to hear, which was they got the Here's Negan comic, and then we see the beginning of how Negan became Negan and the Saviors, but we don't really see him begin the Saviors. Rumor has it that there will be some sort of Negan spin-off. We'll see if that's going to happen. But we do see the beginning of Negan before he became the famous murdering psycho that he became, and his other transformations to the point where he's everyone's favorite. But in it, we hear him sing this song, Joe Cocker's You Are So Beautiful to Me. And he was singing that to his wife. What's her name? Wow, really? What's the name of the bat? Dead air, people. Let's go. Come on.
Lucille.
What was the song you sung?
You are so beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
To me.
Ooh, no. No, let's try it again. 1, 2, 3. You are so beautiful to me. Can't you see? Oh, you're everything I'd hope for. Sing with me. You're everything I ever need. Want to go in? You are so beautiful to me. Okay, stop. Or else I have to cut and run to an interview. So, but anyway, man, I should have had the camera on the other side. You listening can't see. Because this is not the good side, especially with the tooth missing kind of thing happening.
Oh, and this is my good side. Because like I said, I've realized that my nose is crooked. And it goes this way. So, right here, all of this, beautiful.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so let's get into Here's Negan. Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you why I like this. Because the way they wrote it and directed this episode, it was a really good transition to watching Negan turn from what he is to what he becomes. Remember how, we're always talking, I said now, today, we see a lot of things where the men on television are weak and they're stupid and all the women are the ones carrying a gun and you know, pro women and all the other good stuff. But then they, in order to do that, they had to weaken the men. And it started like the early 2000s where they were really doing that. But now we have the new guys on the block in some of these TV shows who are weakening it. They have these, what they call quote unquote strong female characters, which makes no sense. It's like, what's that word I always like to use? Strong female lead. What does that mean? What do you mean by that? Anyway, so, and generally today, when you look at these young men on movies and TV shows and hero shows and so, they can't do anything. And even when it comes to time to stand up and do what you're supposed to do and do your manly thing and be that protective type of person over this woman and children that you love, they always seem to whimper and weak out and go, oh, I don't want to do it, but I have to. And then the whole movie or show ends with them still being weak people. Which is why I love, as I said last week about Superman and Lois, where it's changed. But we get to see Negan do Negan thing. Go on, because I know you want to say something about the Negan thing.
No. What do you mean?
You have nothing to say about Negan?
Well, I just saw this tweet and it was like, well, trauma and something else shouldn't lead to a villain arc. Yes, you're right. You are 100% right. But as a character, it's interesting. And I understand his villain arc.
Right.
But he's a changed man. It's, you know, he has to bring out that type of person that he was, that, you know what, no, I realize that I need to be a little bit more, I need to fight back against you. Now, does that mean he has to go and kill people now? No. It just means that he needs to stand up for himself.
True. But as we were talking last night at the end of the Door episode, what I said was I understood what happened in that episode. It still didn't make any sense and made me angry. We'll talk about that when we get into John after we take a break and give you some good information or some new information. So what happens then is, I understand it, and certain things do propel you to change, and that's what happened with Negan. You know, and what we missed, what we didn't hear, we were watching the Not Bro guys, Not Bro Nation, and we were watching a reaction video. We should do a reaction video. We should do a reaction video. And we heard on the radio that the zombie outbreak comes right after Lucille finds out she has cancer.
Yeah.
So what we start out with is the episode starts out with Carol saying she's going outside the wire. She's going outside the gates to go do something, and Negan's inside the place, and so, you know, he's looking at what's her face, who's giving him the ugly eye. Maggie giving him the what's that eye your sisters used to say all the time? Imani always said the stink eye. Mm-hmm. She was Maggie giving him the stink eye, and so Carol decided, you know what? Let me go take him for a walk.
And she goes, hey, what, I forgot what name she said. She was like, good morning to this lady that was standing next to him, and I was like, that is disrespectful. You couldn't even say good morning.
Nothing to Negan. He gets nothing. And so Carol takes him out for a little walk, and they talk a little bit, and he's like, oh, thank you for taking me out. And then she takes him to this nice little cabin that he was staying at one point, or something like that, and gets inside. And then when he gets there, she starts telling him he might have to move or something like that.
She
right?
Was like,
on the way walking, is that what she said?
No, she wasn't talking. He was talking. And then he was like, do you know this place or something like that? And she was like, yeah.
Yeah, well, he was saying that he was going to be moving out?
No.
Okay, because his reaction to, oh, you went ahead and moved my stuff. Mm-hmm. Or she said that?
He said that.
Yeah, and then you said the look on his face was...
I don't know, I just feel like he looked so sad when he opened the door and all this stuff was there.
Yeah.
Because, like, okay, after all this, you're still treating me like I'm the same person that I was before.
Right, and after all this is true, because we know Negan from before, when Rick was alive, after the war, then we know Negan from the Whisperer War, and we see that he's changed.
Yeah.
And it's many, many years later, and so Negan's kind of old now, you know, fighting and beating people up.
So yes.
Yes, he's changed. He's changed.
Yes, in general, I am a Negan apologist. Okay?
A Negan apologist.
That's just the way it is. He's been through a lot. A lot. And he didn't suddenly just decide to start being aggressive and murdering people because he just wanted to. He was like, well, you know what? I've had enough people hurt me. You know what? Like there's a reason why he did it. And I understand why he did it. Again, I don't condone him killing now. I don't want him to do it. But I would understand why he does it now.
Right.
I would love for him to just be a farmer dude living in Alexandria, having a peaceful life, a new wife, maybe 2 or 3 kids, a dog, you know, something happy.
Maybe he could adopt a dog.
No. That would be wrong.